Hello my beautiful flowers and welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are going to be stuffing paycheck number 3 of September. I understand this video is coming very late, however I still wanted to show me stuffing all of my sinking funds, and this is my very first cash stuffing with my prop money. So stick around if you kind of want to hear the story about that, and we'll get right into the video. Alright, so like I said, this is my first video with my prop money. My last video was showing me switching out my sinking funds to prop money, which I have right here, and kind of explaining my reasons why. So if you want to know why I'm using prop money, I will leave a card up here in the corner and you can click on that to go watch that video explaining why I switched to prop money from real money. So let's go ahead and get into this. The format's going to be a little different. You will no longer be seeing my wallet anymore. I won't have change. Things are different. So we're just going to kind of ease into this because it's new for me. So let's just go with the flow here. So I have in front of me my paycheck breakdown. This is also something I am reworking, but we are going to start over here with our not really even cash envelopes anymore, technically. Like I said, this needs reworked. But as you can see on here, I have new categories. So I've included rent, debt, and those are two things that I normally kept in the bank when I was using real cash to stuff my envelopes. Since we are using prop money, I feel like I can go ahead and make those envelopes now because I won't be pulling out that large amount of cash out of the bank anymore. But I would still like a physical representation of how much I have towards rent and how much I have towards debt every single week that I'm stuffing cash, as you would call it. So I do have rent and debt. The third thing you'll see on here is spending. So I used to, what do you call it? I used to divide my cash into different different spending categories. So we had a grocery envelope, we had gas envelope, I had my personal spending, my husband's spending, and I think we had eating out as well. That has all been consolidated into spending. So I will be giving us anywhere from $200 to $300 every week, depending on if we need gas, if we need groceries. I'm gonna try and find a good median for that, but we just have general spending, and that is also, we're not using cash anymore. We'll just be using our debit card, and I'm gonna monitor throughout the week how much of that I have spent. So we're just giving us a blanket amount. And then however much I have left over, I still will be doing my investing in Robinhood. So all of my rollover money from my cash envelopes for that weekly spending, like on groceries and gas, the rollover used to go into my investing envelope. I still will be doing that. However, it's just going to be all electronic. So whatever I have left of that amount, whatever I have left over from that spending amount each week will still be going into investing. It'll just be staying in the bank. And then of course we still have utilities and phones. So that is what has changed for cash envelopes. Sinking funds are still the same. We're just using prop money. So let's go ahead and get in here and get started on this very first part. We're going to go ahead and pull money for rent and debt. I still have yet to get envelopes for those. So for now, I'm just going to be putting in this back to bank envelope, which I used to put my cash in. So we have a total of $220 going towards rent and $375 going towards debt this week. I should also mention, here's the overall breakdown. My husband's check was around $1,545. So I'm going to go ahead and pull 220. That is for the rent, and then 375. Gosh, my hand is right above that flame. Positioning is not good. 1, 2, 3, 350, 70, and 5. Also, if you guys didn't catch my last video, y'all read your Amazon listings, okay? Because when I was looking at these fake 5, 10s, and 1s, I did not realize how small they are. This 20 is a mock. It's like the same size as an American $20 bill. And this is the size of the fake 5.
Yeah.
In comparison to it. Anyways, so let's go ahead and get this money organized. It's not going to be very fun to count this, but it's okay. So we have one, actually, let me get this reorganized. That way it's easier for me to count. The sound isn't going to be as, like, if you're really into the sound of people counting money, it's not going to be as entertaining as that. So, or as good sounding, I would say. So for rent and debt for this week, we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 550, 570, 590, $595. So yes, a large chunk of our cash for each paycheck goes into rent and debt. All right, so that's what we have, and I'm hoping that within another week or two, I will have separate envelopes for rent and a separate envelope for debt. So that is that. And then our spending is $250. I don't think I'm going to be pulling that fake prop money. I will just keep maybe either a piece of paper in my wallet or a note on my phone just saying what we have spent, you know, tracking the amounts that we spent for that. It's a work in progress. All right, so let's go ahead and skip down to utilities. We're gonna give ourselves 40 for utilities this week. So you can see I already have some money in there. So far for utilities, we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 75. And for phone, we're gonna give ourselves 35. Oh, these little tiny bills are so funny. If any of you happen to find some normal sized prop money in 10s, 5s, and 1s, it would, in 50s, it would be much appreciated if you could find that for me. All right, so that is it for our large expenses. I don't know how this category is going to pan out, but that's it for that side, and we're going to head over to our sinking funds now. All right, our sinking funds, we're going to start off with health, giving ourselves $30. And one thing I should mention is that sinking fund money will be staying in our savings account at the bank, because to me it's savings. And then bills, rent, debt, that'll all be staying in our checking account. That way it's there and it gives me a little bit more of a buffer. All right, insurance. Oh, I forgot to write down our amount. So in health, we still just have 30. All right, moving on to insurance, gonna give ourselves 50. So now in insurance, we have 151, 2, and 3. Y'all don't come for me in the comments for my tiny cash. I can hear the comments. So that was 153. All right, our house fund, so this is our fund for a down payment on a house, is going to be getting $50. I'm actually gonna move these tiny little 50s right over here, because I'm gonna be pulling these a little bit more. And then let me reorganize this as well. So our house fund has 1,000, 2,000, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600, 650, 670, 691, 2, and 3, 4. So 2,694 in our house fund. 2,694. I'm also just thinking to myself, my interest earned is going to be amazing having all of this money in the bank instead of in my envelopes. Just a random thought that popped in my head. All right, our emergency fund is going to be getting $50. Let me pop one of these 50s here. So emergency now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 751, and 2. So 752 in our emergency fund. it still continues to amaze me how fast our emergency fund is growing. Granted, I am putting about $50 into it every week, so makes sense. All right, our subscriptions. Oh, investing. This was a really weird week for me. I'm not gonna have any rollover money for investing for this week. I'm gonna start fresh with that next month. However, I believe we have $11 or $12 in there. All right, subscriptions, we'll be getting $10. So subscriptions now has 20, 30, 41. All right, and then there's our rent and debt. Did I say 41 on this? Let's hope. All right, that is it for this high priority binder. We're gonna move over to low priority. Gifts is going to be getting $40. You can see I already have cash in there. 1, 2. So gifts has 50, 70, 90, 110, 130. And I'm really trying to bulk gifts up because my 3-year wedding anniversary is coming up, as well as my husband's birthday. So we have some things that we need to buy, some gifts. All right, entertainment is going to be getting 20. Entertainment now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. I keep thinking these 20s are like, there's 2 of them stuck together. 1, because it's paper, but 2, because I'm just afraid that I'm gonna get the wrong amounts on my categories now. How much did I say that was? Sorry, I'm rambling. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. There's 90 in entertainment. All right, my husband Zach, his sinking fund is going to get $20. Yeah, I really need to find some regular sized bills. So we have 50, 70, 90, 110, 115, 116. So 116 in my husband's envelope. This is just an envelope for his hobbies. I know he wanted to buy a sword with it, for those of you that have been kind of following along with his story of winning his sword. But he actually ended up buying a few really cool Halloween action figures, so pretty neat. They're actually really detailed. All right, our vacation is going to be getting $30. So grab a 20 and a 10. So we have 150, 70, and 90. So right now we're just saving up for spending money for our trip to Arizona to see our in-laws. We've already paid for the plane tickets, so any money that we get in here before then is just going to be used for spending. All right, our car fund is going to get 30, and then I will be taking this money out like it's actual cash. But my husband's car tags, he got his bill for that. He has a much older car than I do, so luckily his are much less. Mine were $250. His is only like $50, so what a deal. So we have 20, 40, 50, 1, 2, and 3, and that is just the right amount to pay for his car tags. So we have 53 in car. Business is going to be getting $10, I think. Yeah, 10. So we now have 20. Furniture is going to be getting 40. So if you don't know, this is a furniture fund for furniture for our new house that we'll be getting eventually. So 40 going in there. So we've got 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 550, 570, 590, 610, 620, 621, 22, and 23. So 623 in our furniture fund. Christmas is going to be getting 35. So already have 210 in there. So I'm gonna add a 20, another 10, and a 5. So we have 100, 200, 220, 230, 240, 245, 250 in Christmas. And if I make any mistakes, guys, please let me know, because this new money is really, it's different. It's different than what I'm used to, obviously. All right, clothing is going to be getting $40. 20, 40. So we have 43 in there now. I've been spending so much on clothing recently. It's just fall and I want to buy all the cool, cute sweaters and all that stuff. All right, and our baby fund is going to get $10. I am not pregnant. However, I feel like it's never too early to start saving for a baby. The hospital bill alone is going to be insane probably. So we have 100, 120, 140, and 150 in our baby fund. All right. That is it for our sinking funds. The last thing we have on our agenda is our 100 envelope challenge. So I'm gonna be doing 2 envelopes, and if you missed my last video where I was setting up my exchanging all my prop money, I have moved my 100 envelope challenge to this 1 envelope. And yes, my gosh, I'm so sorry. There's a car that just started outside. If you heard that, I apologize. I consolidated it. I need to get my act together. I decided to not use the envelopes anymore, and I have 1 envelope that'll be housing all of my prop money for it. So we are going to be doing 2 envelopes, so $92 and $68, which I'm going to get my calculator because I'm just going to pull the total of that. But if we were using envelopes, I'd be doing envelope number 8, 92 and number 68. So you have 92 and 68, so it's $160. So I will be pulling 160 here. And I am not going to count it. That's just going to be part of the fun. I'm not even going to organize it. I'm just going to toss it in the back here. So we did envelopes 92 and 68. So I'm going to cross those out. And this one right there. Perfect. All right, so I'll go ahead and give you the overview of everything right here. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me on all of this craziness with the prop money and everything. I hope you guys understand why I'm switching from real currency to fake currency. And like I said, I know I've said it quite a few times in this video, please go back to my last video. A link is in the description and a card up here to kind of see why I'm switching to prop money, and maybe you'll get it. Of course, feel free to leave me comments or ask me questions down below. I'm happy to answer any questions you have, and I'm still figuring this out. So it's not going to be perfect for a while, and it might never be perfect. But if you want to follow along for this weird, crazy journey, go ahead and click the subscribe button and leave me a like. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.